when I wasn't talking and people say, well, how is she as a co-wife? And I don't know if I should talk to her. I said, well, you should get to know her for yourself because she's not a bad person. I would always say, like, end it with that. And then they go, okay, well, she ain't bad. I'll go talk to her. You know, like I gave them permission. I didn't, but that's how they kind of took it.
Assalamu alaikum, peace. It's Coach Nyla.
Assalamu alaikum, peace. It's Coach Fatimah.
We are co-wives, co-founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships, and co-authors of the book
Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored. They're like, oh Lord. You guys, in this video, we're going to tackle a very important subject, as we always do here at OPR, YouTube, and Facebook. It's about, like, being very honest about your co-wife's character and what happens when you are not. It's super important, and we always like to drive the importance of the topics that we pick out and people ask us about. We want to drive the points home because when we are not careful about how we're communicating about ourselves and others, the damage that is left behind is sometimes unrepairable in some cases, not in every case. Because the people would have had me believe my co-wife was Satan. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Last time I talked to her, though, she was nice to me. And so I'm like, dang, you gotta be all that, And then it just gets worse, So yeah, what say you, Coach?
And I'm telling you, it don't have to be the first wife to incoming wife or anything like that. Because see, here's the thing. When we say things, if you really listen and not just watch it with a bias, you hear we say wives. You hear us say wives. If we're really specifically speaking on what order, we'll say that. But when we say wives, for some reason, people tend to hear first wife.
You're triggered.
It's like, wait, why are you always talking about the first wife? No, this could be any wife. This could be, an incoming wife that's saying, well, she don't like me anyway, or, she, is talking bad about me to, her kids, or she's
that part.
Telling, the husband certain things about me, so he, feels some type of way about me. Mm-hmm. And it's just spreading stuff that is not there. Like, how do you know? Are you a fly on the wall? Are you, and a lot of it comes from he say, she say. It comes from what
she say.
She say, she said. And so when you come, when it comes down to it, it's like, okay, now can I fix that now?
Yeah.
I done said this, I done spread this. I found out that she really didn't say what I said she said.
Right.
And then now,
it can get high school.
Exactly.
It can get really high school. That's why I always say to anyone, especially when I do my videos, as an initial wife, because we have to be able to say, okay, you need to go watch what a subsequent wife's perspective is, because sometimes you'll find the answer you need there. Sorry for the interruption, but we just want to step in here for 1 second.
Yes, because we know you are enjoying the video that you are watching, so we're not going to take too much time, but we want to tell you about a wonderful program we created called True Queens. And this program is actually for women who are looking to have more confidence in their relationships, being able to communicate more effectively, as well as create the sisterhood bond, whether they're in monogamy or polygyny.
So please, if you want to learn more, click the link in the description box.
Yes, so let you get back to the video. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Instead of going, I don't want to hear her side. So I like to tell initial wives, listen to all of our videos, because you'll find that sometimes you're asking yourself the wrong question. Sometimes your co-wife's experience is not this breaking a family or taking from or whatever the case may be, because you got to have a willing participant if that's your intention. You can't make the man, get rid of any wife. So it's, you go over and drag him or drug him. So it's important to get all perspectives, because I'll just tell you this, that's what I had to do. So I'm like, why am I asking the husband in the middle about the experience of the co-wife? Because I think she could tell her own story, and I got answers that I was looking for that he couldn't provide because he's not the co-wife. So it wasn't fair to not get the other side, and then when you do that, so for example, if I wasn't talking early on and I'm like, I wouldn't know what to say, I don't know what to ask, I don't need to know stuff. I just put a lot of different rules on myself, because I wasn't asking my co-wife stuff. I was asking her husband, and he just didn't have the same experience, and he's not the same person. So the answers were slightly different than she would have answered. And we're both feelers. Shout out to our feelers. Thinkers always say, I think. And we say, I feel. And I got a lot of answers through asking the right questions and not being afraid of the answers. So when I wasn't talking and people would say, well, how is she as a co-wife? And I don't know if I should talk to her. I said, well, you should get to know her for yourself, because she's not a bad person. I would always say, like, end it with that. And then they go, okay, well, she ain't bad. I'll go talk to her. Like I gave them permission. I didn't, but that's how they kind of took it. But it was my job to not add to whatever they were thinking, because some of them was stupid enough to come up and tell me. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. She ain't nobody, baby mama over here, boo-boo. And it was, if it was said in a way that was not disrespectful, it's one thing. And if people just didn't know how it kind of went, I get that too. But what we're not going to do is get ugly and disrespectful and do the nice, nasty thing with me. I don't do nice, nasty well. I don't do nasty, nasty well. Nasty. Put nasty down in the comment section. They're going to be like, nasty.
You know that's what they're going to do. So, and I'm not going to say anything else. What you should put in the comments, we just go wrong. We go wrong with that. But when it comes down to it, that's the thing. And you want to get it from the person, because a lot of things can get lost in translation. Oh my God, yes. Not even just lost in translation, but even like lost in like emotions. Mm-hmm. I'm a type of person. I am a filler. I said we're fillers. And my thing is, if something is said in a way that I may have taken it in a negative way, I probably heard it totally different than what it was said. Yeah. The person could probably tell me like, da 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 da, and I'm like, I heard like, da da da, you did this or you didn't do this. They were like, maybe if you would have did it this way, and instead of hearing maybe you should have did it this way, it'd be like, you didn't do it this way, you didn't do it right. So it's this whole thing that gets lost in translation, regardless of if it's things get lost in translation when it comes to our feelings, our emotions, how we feel about certain things, and it get lost in translation by getting it from someone other than the source. Yeah. So, sometimes we have to sit back and wait and think. Mm-hmm. And I'm actually telling myself this as a reminder to myself, not just speaking it out to you guys, because we're human. We make our mistakes day to day and everything like that, learn from them and everything like that. Right. But even being able to sit back and say, you know what? Oh man, something got heated and I said something and I shouldn't have said, no, I probably meant it, but I should have said it in a different way. So it's a lot of these different things, because you got to be careful with how you speak about someone, how you speak to someone, and how you speak around people.
It is such a good point, because I thought about that, and I said not saying anything can be taken a certain way too. So I'm like, I don't want to say nothing, because right now I don't have the tools to articulate how I feel. And until I have that, I don't have nothing to say. Mm-hmm. But then the silence is taken a certain kind of a way, So then it's like, this person really can't stand me, or this person really is not trying, or whatever the case may be. And then I was like, even if I was quiet, I could have still quiet and calmly said, da 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 da. Well, this is why I'm quiet, like clearing up the silence, you know, because sometimes we unnecessarily shut our voices down when they're really needed, you know. So that's why OPR is so important. It's not a place where we're just going to get the husband and the initial wife's perspective. Everybody's perspective matters, whether people agree with that or not. Like I know it does, because we're all people. So all these people should have the ability or the safety in their environment to voice what their experience is. And a lot of times, well, she ain't got nothing to say. No, she just subsequent. What you mean? No. Because you jumping over and erasing that word wife, though. And people say, oh, cheating and stepping outside the marriage. This ain't that. So people need to fix their stupid and quit saying things that aren't serving themselves, because you can't hurt us. So, because we're going to be wives whether you like it or not. It's just not and for those of you that do like it and support us, thank you for your love, care, and your shout outs and your du'as. So.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't have anything else to say from that. So I hope you guys got some great information, some gems, and all that other good stuff. So yes, you made it this far. Congratulations. Thank you for sticking with us and all that other good stuff. Hope you got a good laugh as well.
Ciao.
So any comments?
Don't put nasty in the comments.
Okay, so Coach Fatimah said, do not put nasty in the comments.
No, yeah. We're going to put wives in the comments.
Wives in the comments.
Co-wives.
Co-wives.
In the
Put co-wives in the comments.
It's too late. It's nasty. Sorry. Nasty co-wives.
We know. Don't put that in the comments.
Came out all wrong. This going to go on blooper reel, y'all. I can't.
Co-wives. Put co-wives in the comments.
In that mouth again.
Oh my gosh. And make sure you are... Click that like button, click the subscribe button. Over half of the people who are watching us, you guys are watching us and watching us. We see the numbers go up, but we don't see those subscribe, or you not subscribing. It don't cost nothing. It does not cost anything. Just make sure you click that button, be part of the notification gang, and click that notification bell. And yes, until next time, make sure you are growing intentionally,
loving fearlessly,
and connecting on a higher level. Every single day. Inshallah, we will see you in the next one. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Here are 3 ways outstanding personal relationships can help you.
Make sure you guys are following us on our social medias at Outstanding Personal Relationships on YouTube and Facebook, and on IG at Outstanding Relationships, and also Clubhouse under our names.
And make sure you go to outstandingpersonalrelationships.com and sign up for our email list. And there you will get updates on our new book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored.
Absolutely. And last but not least, when it comes to coaching or counseling, if you want to work with us one-on-one or in group settings, make sure you're on that website and reach out to us, because we do have very limited spots and we usually have a wait list. So with that being said, GLC.
Make sure you are growing intentionally,
loving fearlessly,
and connecting on a higher level every single day. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.